What's up, guys? James Palms here. All my gardening friends and palm people. This video here is checking out some palms. I got a question about what palms are good for putting in the ground for overwintering in Ontario or in any cold climate. Basically, just what palms are good. They don't the person doesn't know which ones to pick from just looking at a website trying to pick palm trees. So I'm just going to basically suggest some of my favorites. I don't have all these palms. They're not all my favorites, but just cold hardy ones. So the first one, I'm just going to mention some ones I don't have. Pindo palm is going to be one. Butea capitata, it's called. And it's I want to say it's a 8A. It might even be into a 7B. I'm not sure. But anyways, it's a very cold hardy palm. And it's good. I had one before. I don't have it anymore. I sold it. I didn't really need it, and I get sick of bringing in a ton of palms inside, so I decided to get rid of it. So it's a pennate style, which is more like the Christmas palm style, like that. Like it's a more feather style leaves, but it's the big, slow growing, giant trunk, giant fronds, and they're very beautiful. But it wasn't for me. I didn't feel like putting it in the ground. So, anyways. You have that one. You have a Sable Miner, which basically looks like, well, the fronds look like this. This is a Sable Palmetto, but basically imagine these fronds right here, like this, coming out of the ground, basically. Like imagine if the ground was like right there, and you just had these fronds, 4 or 5 fronds coming out of the ground, and it was only, like as tall as maybe up to this window or something like that. So basically, something like that stays small like a bush, and basically it gives you sort of a palm look, but in a scrub type thing. So those are two very, very cold hardy ones. Cat's falling asleep. But the most popular that people are going to do for overwintering for any type of cold climate is going to be these guys, Trachys. So Trachycarpus fortunei, windmill palm, common name. Most palms, though, the genus is Trachycarpus. So basically, though, you'll have there's multiple different species. There's lots that I don't know about, but I know about Waggy, which is Trachycarpus wagnerianus, and Nantel, and there's Princeps, and there's all kinds of these different ones. But as far as I can understand, I believe that pretty much all of the Trachycarpus species are very cold hardy. They can handle lots of cold, minus 10 Celsius would be a cakewalk for most of them, as far as my understanding. So that's very good, because if you don't want to cover them up right away, or if you're protecting them, or wherever, if you're doing it in a marginal area where you can't. So now this is, I believe, a hybrid. This was Banana Joe sowed it as a hybrid from Trachycarpus. Regular windmill palm, Trachycarpus fortunei, mixed with pollen, or vice versa. I'm not sure which way he did it, from a Waggy. So from a Trachycarpus wagnerianus. So either way, this would be very cold hardy. I would assume it wouldn't burn or lose its leaves till about -10 to -12 Celsius, and then after that it would start to lose some leaves, but it probably wouldn't die till close to about -14 or so. Even then, it'd probably come back if you were to cut the trunk and hydrogen peroxide the trunk and things. But another great option. Now another great option, which I have one here, but I also have one here in the ground that I grew from seed. And actually, I have one more. The sun just went behind the cloud. It's a beautiful. It's August, I think, 20th, something like that. It's 18th, 19th, 20th, somewhere right around there. Anyways, it's 31 Celsius today. It's going to be 90 Fahrenheit tomorrow, 33. I think 33 is 90. No, 33 is almost 93. So it's close to 90 today, Fahrenheit. Some people will ask for temperature in both. But this is it anyways. This is my favorite one for overwintering, is the Mexican fan palm. Common name, Washington, or is a common name. The real name is Washingtonia robusta, Latin name. Washingtonia robusta, and you have Washingtonia filibusta, and you can have a hybrid of these as well. But generally, you look for the genus is going to be the cold hardy genus, and then there'll be other ones that have different characteristics. But these are very good because they can take a lot of humidity and a lot of cool wet weather and things. Whereas the Filifera, this guy's brother, won't take as much. It won't take as much wet weather. It'll take cool. It'll take more cold, but it needs to be a dry cold. So here we're very humid. We're humid in the summer, humid in the winter. we're humid all year long. So these are another great palm for overwintering or for growing anywhere you want to be growing cold stuff. These are really versatile because they're very fast growing, so you can cut off a lot of the leaves, make it small to protect it when you get your cold weather, and it will grow quite rapidly. Without crazy heat, it will still grow quite rapidly, and the leaves are giant, and they're striking, and they're just absolutely beautiful. Like, I'll hold the beer can up to a leaf there so you can see the leaves are like 3.5 feet in diameter. Like, imagine a 3.5 foot circle, and they're translucent. Like, the color is just gorgeous, and they're beautiful, beautiful fronds on this plant. Just absolutely, it's my favorite palm. It's a weed most places. It's very, very, for its rapid growth, and it's seeding. It seeds profusely, and they're dangerous because people, for one, they have these razor sharp teeth, and other people climb them to trim them and stuff, and then they fall and they get hurt, or they get collapsed by the skirt because they do form a skirt. As you can see, mine's trying to do. I'll be trimming some of those off, but the dead fronds try to stack up and form a skirt. But it, nevertheless, great palm for cold winter weather. Now, this is another great one for cold winter weather. It's not great for me here because it doesn't care for my boxing technique. But Sable Palmetto, cabbage palm, common name, sable palm, some people call it, but it's a great palm, very slow growing, grows about 3 fronds a season here in Ontario, which is not a lot. It's got, this one was the first one that came out, that's its second one, and it's opening its third one right now. And it might get one more, I doubt it. It's 1 year it got 4, usually it gets about 3. Very large diameter trunk, as you can see there from my foot. I got size 16 feet. You can see there, it's a beer can. It's about, I don't know, 3 feet around circumference at the base, maybe a little more. But nevertheless, it's a good palm, good cold hardy palm. Can take tons of humidity, tons of sloppy wet weather. But another one that's it's not great for protecting, from my opinion, for this climate, for what I do. But if you're in a marginal zone and you're trying to push it, I believe this is a good 7B palm. So zone 7 and up, of course, it'll take zone 11 easily. And now I think these are rated as 8B or 8A maybe. They're not rated as much. I'm pretty sure they're more cold hardy than people give them credit for, but this is another great one, Chinese fan palm. I don't have this one in the ground or any of them in the ground, but I probably will. So common name is Chinese fan palm, but the Latin name is Livistona chinensis. So, and there's lots of other Livistona that would be cold hardy as well. Some of them, I believe this is the most cold hardy. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. I don't know a ton about Livistona. I don't know. I haven't experimented any other ones. I've never even owned any other ones. So I've only owned this one. I bought it in Miami, Homestead, Miami, and I have it in full sun, which that's why these are typically grown in a lot more shade. They usually have long petioles and the leaves are bigger, more like that size, and they're more floppy. I'm growing it in full sun, so that's just what I give it. I give all my palms full sun basically, unless they're really tiny. So, but nevertheless, it's a great palm for that. And this is good because it doesn't need a ton of sun, so it won't be sun hungry like if you don't have a great sunny spot. For I should mention these as well. Are great. Trackies can handle very, very light, like less light conditions, and these can as well. But the washi, if you're going to grow a Washingtonia robusta like this, a Mexican fan palm in a cold climate, make sure it's in your absolute hottest, sunniest spot. Make sure it's 100% full day sun. They do require, even small age ones require about 6-7 hours of full direct sun. They want lots and lots of sun, and then it'll make the leaves happy and healthy like this, and they'll be able to grow up like that guy. And eventually grow up even taller. So those are some of them. There's definitely a lot more. I mean, this video could be super long and you could talk about all kinds of them. These are just some of the ones I've grown, and they're the most common. The most common is going to be the Windmill, this guy here, because of they're very, very, very cold tolerant, and they're cheap, and they're not crazy fast growing, so you can protect them for a while, and they're small. They're got a very small stature, so they're very easy to protect too, because like they don't have a spread bigger than I don't think they ever get bigger than about 10 feet around of a spread, where like maybe not even, maybe 7 6, 7, 8 feet. I mean, even max. This one's not even that. This is like a 4-foot spread, just as big as that root ball. Pretty well is the biggest the canopy ever goes. Trunk's very small. Mexican fan palm though can get that right now. That's an 8-foot fence section, and it's bigger than that. So it's got about a 10-foot spread right now. And they'll probably get, from my experiences, they'll get a little larger. Those fronds aren't the full max size of it when it's in its 100% maturity. They're going to get a little bit bigger, I believe. So I think it'll get around a 10 to 14 foot spread, I believe, something like that of the canopy. Sorry for shaking the camera, scratch my hand. There's another option too, which is really cold hardy and which is really good for a lot of people if you don't want to do like a box, you don't really want to feel like protecting anything. It's not a palm tree, but and I know this might sound weird for people that watch my regular videos, but this is for everyone, for just people who are interested in growing cold hardy palms and tropicals. So it's not a palm tree, but it's a banana plant, and that's I think this one's thirsty right now. I haven't watered it in a couple days, but it's they can grow like almost a big trunk type thing, and they look very tropical. The leaves look very tropical, and when they rip, they kind of look like a palm. A lot of people think they're a very palm looking plant, but it's a banana plant. The name of this one is a Moosa Baju, Japanese fiber banana. So very cold hardy, but basically you can do what I did, is you just cut it to the ground. That's the old trunk from last year, and you can see all the green tissue is the new tissue, and then all those pups are new as well. But cut it to the ground, and then I just throw a bag of mulch on it and tarp it up, keep it dry and mulched so the ground doesn't freeze. And that's about it for that one. So very easy to protect. You could do something more like cut all the leaves off and do a little box, and then you would give them more of a boost. The higher you keep the trunks, the higher they'll grow. This is only grown about 4 feet from the ground. This year, you should be able to get 6 or 7 feet. This is in almost full day shade though. Haven't watered it much and haven't hardly fertilized it. So very fertilizer hungry, and they want a lot of full sun, and they want full sun, and they want fertilizer and lots of water. Anyways, sorry, the planes were there. Anyways, that's all. So I was just trying to let you know about some different tropicals that are palms, basically, mostly, for growing in cold climates. So I got the question, and that's the answer. So thanks for watching, guys. Like and subscribe. You'll have more content on this related products and also protecting them. I do lots of videos on that, and I'm sure I'll do some more coming this fall. We are heading towards the fall. It's late August now, so not for a while. Will be good hot weather here till, well, at least Halloween, but around there is when I'll start doing some videos for protection. So thanks for watching, guys. Like and subscribe. Later.